In this video, I'm going to show you how to create fast commercial product video color grades with just 2 nodes in Davinci Resolve. Let's do this. So I'm going to select the clip and go into the color page. I'm going to quickly rename this as color balance. I'm going to hit Alt S or Option S on a Mac and I'm going to label this as product grade. Let's quickly do the color balance. Let's go to our wheels. And I'm going to make this image a lot more cooler because it's already a little warm. I'm going to reduce the temperature to about -3000, increase the tint to about 9. And you can see the before and after. You can see that already the products look a little bit better. Next, I'm going to select the product grade. I'm going to reduce the lift. I'm going to increase the gamma. I'm constantly watching the wheels and I'm going to increase the gain to about 1.12. I'm going to reduce the shadows to about -50 and improve the highlights to about 30. And I'm going to add a little bit of contrast, maybe 1.090. So already you can see the before and after, and you can see the details of the product standing out. Next, let's go into our HDR color wheels. I'm going to work on the dark. I'm going to reduce this to about -0.6. Now we're going to work on the shadows. I'm going to make that -0.3. We're going to work on the light falling on the product, make that 0.3. That's a little bit better. And before and after, you can see that the details of the product are standing out now. I'm going to select this, go into the highlights, and I'm going to increase that to about 0.27. Next, I'm going to go into our curves, and having the editable spline enabled, I'm going to just slightly improve the exposure, and you can see that the details are standing out, and reduce the shadows so that there's a little bit of contrast to this footage. Next, we're going to go into the color slice. I'm going to work on the red. That would be the lipstick in this shot. I'm going to increase the hue to about 0.14 and increase the saturation to about 1.12. I'm going to work on the skin next and reduce that just a little bit, maybe -0.25, and improve the saturation to about 1.22. Next, the yellow, that would be the gold from the jewelry. I'm going to reduce the hue to about -0.22. And the saturation, I'm going to make it 1.15. And you can see in the before and after, it's standing out a lot more. I'm going to go into the blur sharpen and I'm going to reduce the radius to about 0.46. And you can see the details standing out a lot more. Even on the ring, you can see the details a lot better to sell the shot. All right, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a nice little effect. So let's go back to the edit page and I'm going to press Shift plus space and add an adjustment layer or an adjustment clip. I'm going to trim this to the footage, and having this selected, I'm going to Shift plus space again and write light rays. So I'm going to add this effect. You can see that already there. I'm going to increase the source threshold to about 0.535. I'm going to increase the length to about 1 and make that a little more sharper. And now we're going to animate this global blend. So having the time slider here on the first frame, I'm going to go Shift plus right arrow, move 1 second forward, add a keyframe over here. Again, I'm going to hit Shift plus right arrow and move a few more frames forward just before she completes the turn. And I'm going to make this blend 0. So now let's go into the graph editor. I'll go over here and I'll go into the graph. I'm going to click here, press Command A, selecting all keyframes, right click and hit ease in, ease out. So you can see this animation a lot more better. And this brings out all the details for product grade inside of Davinci Resolve. Anyways, I hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, then make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel because I'll soon be sharing more video creation hacks and filmmaking tricks on this channel. Bye.